Ball is teed up. Chase McLaughlin to do the honors. And away we go from East Rutherford. To return it, here's Isaiah Williams. He stopped on the run back at the 27. So the Jets take the field for their first drive. They'll be let out by a player in his second stint now with this team, a decade after the first stint ended. Year 13 now in the NFL for Geno Smith.
Not been a whole lot of careers quite like Geno's. The miraculous second act of his career in 2022 is now old news. And I think it's because of a stubbornness, a stick-to-itiveness, and a competitiveness that few have.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Here's Breece Hall on the ground for the first time. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. On the counter, Hall. Taken down, but not before he picks up 11 on the play. And that's going to be first down Jets. A nice early return there. They're going to be more than happy with that one, Brock. And could be a huge boost to their offense if this ground game can get going at this pace.
Every offense in this league searches for explosives. How can we find it? It's often through the air, but when you get it on the ground like that, boy, is it a huge bonus.
Play fake. Here's Smith. And instead of a receiver, that one finds the ground. Incomplete. It's 2nd down.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
So after the incompletion, still at that 40-yard line for 2nd and 10. They motion a receiver left. Throwing on second. Here's Smith. Down the field. He's got Wilson. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. A big pickup for the Jets. 36 yards.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Smith. This is Cooper working left side. And he's going to be driven across that sideline, picking up close to 5 on the play. It's 2nd down.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
So 5 on the catch, 5 still to go on 2nd down. Shotgun snap, a give to Hall. Only can get his yard here, Brock. It's going to be 3rd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
3rd down and 4 now. This is the 7th play in this drive. They motion the tight end over. Smith on 3rd and short. He's brought down. They got him at the 25. Elijah can't see. And they come through to force a 4th and 11.
This defense, they might give up some points here on this opening drive, but they're doing their best with that pressure to not let it be 6.
Katie York now on for the field goal. This 42 yards from the right half. York knocks it through. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
Not quite the same roar out of the crowd, Kate, that you're going to get with a touchdown, but still plenty of noise coming down, and that defense now gets to take the field with the lead.
On now is York to kick this one away. Kenneth Gainwell now to return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. So here come the Buccaneers, ready for their opening drive. Steering the ship, approaching a decade now in the NFL, the former #1 overall pick, Baker Mayfield.
Baker's just one of these guys. I guess spark plug, Kate, honestly. Like, spark plug just comes to my mind. as he's sparked his career, really turning it around after being cut and traded. And every time he takes the field, it's must-see TV.
Bucks to the line. 1st and 10. They give to Irving to start this drive. He's brought down. Play goes for, looks like about 11 yards. And that is good for a Tampa Bay 1st down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from 1st down to 1st down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
All set to go now from the 35. Tight end going in motion here. 1st down, and they go right back to him. And they catch him, but not until he's picked up 8 yards. It's 2nd down. Already we're seeing the mind games they can play with personnel. You talk about this all the time, Brock. Looked like a passing set. Left them some room on the ground.
10, 11, heck, even 20 personnel. Doesn't matter. Offensively, you get to dictate the terms. Kind of like those pitchers and catchers that once in a while will pitch backwards. Keep your opponent off guard.
They go quickly here out to Godwin. And no shot at getting upfield after making this catch. So we'll give him 1 on that short completion.
And it's 3rd down.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Irving trying to run for the 1st. He's found some space as he crosses the 45. And he's finally hauled down at the 43. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And the Bucks have the 1st.
I love that call on 3rd down because it just gives you options. The best 3rd down teams are teams that do just that. Right? They give you options. You don't let the defense dictate to you. You look at what they're giving you, and you take advantage of them.
And he's going to be taken down back across midfield at the 49. Tavondre Sweat. And that backs them up now into a 2nd and 18.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
2nd down. Here's Baker. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Extra man in the secondary for the Jets now. 3rd down. To throw, Mayfield. And that one's going to fall incomplete. That forces 4th down.
Okay, you know I talk to you all the time about these money downs and 3rd downs and the plan you got to have. It's kind of like a manufacturing plant. You've got to manufacture open looks, and that time, the plant was closed.
Bucks getting set up to punt now on 4th down. On comes Riley Dixon. And he's got a good chance to really stick him deep his 1st time out. And it sails out of bounds. That's a good kick. Got all the way down to what looks like the 10-yard line before leaving the field. The 2nd drive coming up now for the Jets offense. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Jets getting ready for this 1st and 10. They'll start this drive with Hall. And he's got a chunk here, about 14 yards before the stop is made. 1st down coming up.
Run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
To the line and set. Here we go, 1st down. They go play action. Here's Smith. He's hit and taken down. They got him at the 18. That's Alex Anzalone. And it's going to be 2nd and 16 now coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate. When you put the ball in the air, how many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
2nd down. Here's Smith. And he's going down. They make the play at the 11. That's Alex Anzalone. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage. Set him up now with 3rd down.
Yeah, this defense is seeing a vulnerable offense right now, an offense that can't protect itself. First and foremost, before you do anything else, you got to make sure you account for everybody. And right now, this defender, well, he's taking this game over.
Pass rush is there in time once again. They down on the last snap, Brock. Forced the incompletion this time. And those plays have brought up 4th down.
We know in this league you can't start every game with scoring drives, but I think that's a clear picture of why you don't keep this drive sustained. Got to execute on the most important down, and that's 3rd down.
The return begins on their side of midfield. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. So as the Buccaneer offense heads back out, let's take a look at their coordinator, Zach Robinson. It's first year running the Bucs offense for the former NFL QB. He was with the rival Falcons the last 2 years. And before that, he was a trusted assistant of Sean McVay with the Rams. Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10. Irving on the counter. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Mayfield will look to throw. Challenges double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Jets get the football on the first turnover of the contest. 2nd down, they go pass here, and it's intercepted to kill the drive.
And that is one way defensively to get your teammates off the field. That was all about anticipation. Great move there by the defender to take it away and put his offense on the field.
Now here comes the New York offense. They'll have a shorter field ahead of them now, Brock. That pick sets them up just shy of the 40. First and 10 from the 43. The pitch is to Hall. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Working on 2nd down. Smith. That's caught. It's Breece Hall. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler. Gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Smith setting the throw. Hall's got it again. And he's tackled for no gain.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
For the Jets field goal, a 54-yard attempt.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And they come away with some points on that series.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Now is York to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Sean Tucker. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Time for us to get another look at this Tampa Bay offense. And things have gone from bad to worse in their 2 drives. Hopefully the third time's the charm for them. They find some success. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Here's Baker to throw. He's got Emeka Egbuka. And he's going to be brought down right after making that catch. A good gain, but the tackle limits it to 9.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Got 9 of the 10 with that last grab. Need to get the last yard now on 2nd. And that hit breaks up the catch, takes us to 3rd down.
It's been plays like that that have kept this game scoreless, and they can't execute, and will continue to do so.
Yard to go.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. Ooh, the hard count worked. Somebody jumped. I think this is going to give them the first.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
Well, it's not a long walk to the new spot, but it is a disappointing one to make. Instead of 3rd down, they're now defending 1st and 10. Penalty yardage marked off. Here's 1st and 10. Baker now. And a good defensive play to knock that one out. So we've got 2nd down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour. And there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Throwing on 2nd, Mayfield. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and that hit knocks it free, incomplete. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
3rd and long for him here. To the outside, this is caught by Godwin. And they're going to take him down just short of that marker in that range. Might we see them go for this 4th down? The Jets take their first time out. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Offense isn't moving here. They are going for this on 4th and 1. Mayfield to throw for it. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start this one out with Hall. And he'll across the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
They give on 2nd to Hall. Stop finally made after they give up 16 on the play. And that gives New York the first. Well, he's got his early highlights, Brock, but you know he wants to add a few more to that reel before this game wraps up.
There's no question about that. You want to get that century mark. That's a number that running backs are proud of, and stacking runs like that will sure help.
That's all back there, 1st and 10. And last play, his 7th carry already in this first quarter. That's complete right side. He's going to be out of bounds there. Defenders make the stop after a gain of about 17. And it's going to be a New York first down.
Tight ends will eat up every one of those opportunities to show and prove they can be chain movers as well. Even as they get more and more recognition in this league, they're still constantly working to prove that they're playmakers too.
Quickly out wide, it's Mitchell. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it. They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot, 2nd down coming up.
Got the catch, but didn't get any yardage on it, so still 10 to go on 2nd down. And he's going to be brought down back at the 13-yard line. That's the safety, Antoine Winfield Jr. And good work by the defense forces a 3rd down and 10.
Hey, look, beyond having to pick yourself off the ground over and over again, all of these sacks in this first quarter have led to so much disruption. Kate, what do offense look for, especially early? Get myself into rhythm. Get myself into a tempo. What do defenses want to do? Wreck all of that, and that's exactly what this defense...
He will not turn this into a positive. They take him down. That's Alex Anzalone. And that means it is now 4th and 12.
This defense could not make a bigger statement out of the gate with this game. Man, the lead up to a ball game, trash talk. Right, things said in the paper, Baltimore material, whatever it is. This defense took something personal, Kate, and they are taking it out on this quarterback.
York knocks it through. And that one was beautifully struck. It goes right down the middle.
Give him the first half trifecta. He's 3 for 3 on field goals. And as much as they'd like 6 points to end drives, not 3, they can at least be happy they're getting consistent looks inside field goal range, and he's delivering.
On now is York to kick this one away. Tucker now on the return. Escapes a defender. And in the end, Brock, a pretty exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. Now the Buccaneers set to take the field. And after they were stopped on 4th down, their prior possession, Brock, you got to wonder if they're going to be confident enough to go for it again if they get to that point here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Mayfield to throw. He's running with it, and he gives himself up after a short gain.
That is quarterback play 101. Maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield, get what you can with your legs, then most importantly, protect yourself. Get down and don't take any extra contact.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Now Mayfield. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
That's what I call complementary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Mayfield set to pass. And this one's going to wind up incomplete. He had him over the middle for a second, but he was muscled off that catch. That brings about fourth down.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a first down right in their midst. That force, that contact, separated man from ball.
And the fair catch made here at the 15. We're through one, and for any kicking fans out there, this game has been for you. Our score reads 9-0. More from MetLife coming right up. Time for the second quarter of play. It's Jets football. They got this after forcing a punt at the end of one. Play fake. Here's Smith. And this is going to wind up incomplete. Second down. First play of the drive, Brock. You always tell me this. Always the start of a new battle. And defense wins round one in this series.
Yeah, and this next down kind of sets the table, right?
Yeah.
You got to now put yourself in a manageable third down after lack of execution on first.
No luck on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Smith. Throw right side, caught by Wilson. And he's going to get about 3 here, almost all of it on the catch. The defense was there immediately.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
3rd and 7 now after the last catch, got him 3. Throwing is Smith. And he's going down. They make the play at the 11. And that's going to bring up 4th and 15.
Goodness gracious, this quarterback is taking an absolute beating in this first half. And you better have some ice for him ready at halftime. I'll tell you this, Kate, it has been a brutal couple quarters. And if you don't start protecting the quarterback, this guy may not make it and even finish this game.
Calls fair catch and has it inside the 40-yard line. Tampa Bay are ready to head out to the field. And coming off 3 and out, Brock, they really need to build some momentum from the ground as they try to get on that scoreboard here. Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
Pass complete to Jalen McMillan. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 42-yard line.
8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Here's Baker. Shoots away from one. Ooh, and the stop made awfully close to the marker and to midfield. It's going to be 3rd and short now from the 49.
A 7-yard
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Straight ahead, it's Irving. This one stopped, play gains about 6 yards, and that will set up a Bucs first down.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love third down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because money down, they want the ball, but a third down run for a first down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he works it down inside the 40. That's a run of 8.
The ball carrier.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets him just as many yards as a short completion would have.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Throwing, Baker. A nice effort on the hit to break up that throw. We've got 3rd down. Well, he already has himself 1 interception in this game, partner. And throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game. Because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
On 4th down, the Buccaneers trying to put 3 on the board with Chase McLaughlin. This a 54-yarder. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's back to a 1-score game now. The deficit is 6.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. Here comes Williams on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Jets and Brees Hall about set to go on offense. They didn't add to their lead last time out, so they punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. New York to the line. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Hall. Wow, he had to power through 1 tackle just to get back to the line that time. That right there, exactly the type of havoc that a well-designed blitz can cause, Brock. Everyone's so busy picking up their rushers. That D tackle cleaned up.
Sure did. He gets his one-on-one. He shocks him with those heavy hands, knocks off that blocker, and knocks down that runner.
Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And he'll be met near the line to limit the game to a yard. Zion McCollum on the stop.
Down at the 28-yard line. A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
Only 1 yard on that last completion. 9 still to go on 3rd down. Smith. And that's going to end up an incomplete pass. Not on the quarterback there. That pass was dropped. It's 4th down.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
Another punt coming up. Austin McNamara to again do the honors. Cameron Johnson back deep to receive this one for the Bucs. And hey, at least he held on to the football, but they will get nothing on that return. The Buccaneer offense back out for another series. And they've got a bit of momentum from the field goal on the last series, hoping to grow that into something greater with a touchdown here.
Yeah, I think one thing you find is you do not want to settle for a field goal again. Points are great, but touchdowns, that's what's win games in the NFL.
Tampa Bay bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run by Irving. And he's down as that play goes for 26 big ones. That's good for the 1st down.
I'll be the one to say, Kate, he gets up to that 2nd level, 15, 20 yards. We're rooting for him to take it to the distance. It's hard to do. It's tough to make a gain like this happen in the NFL, but as you saw, still even tougher to take it to the house.
Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already at midfield. Play action. Here's Mayfield. Looking middle, and Godwin's got it. And they take him down just as he gets inside that red zone. A big hitter on first down. 32 yards.
Tampa Bay.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Baker is set, 1st and 10, completing just a third of his passes. That last play makes him 5 for 15 so far. They give to Irving, left side. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Here's Mayfield. Fits it through, but contact at the catch point forces that incompletion. Nearly had it over the middle. Instead, just 3rd down now. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
And that guy, Buka, the intended target. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
That's one of those 3rd down situations where you're asking an awful lot of your man to make a play to keep this drive going. Too much of a contested catch there, unable to bring it in.
On 4th down, the Buccaneers trying to put 3 on the board with Chase McLaughlin. His first kick was good. This second look from 35 yards away. The kick by McLaughlin is good. And that cuts the lead in half, down to 3.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Here comes Williams on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Jets out to begin another drive. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. The New York offense ready to get going here. It's 1st and 10. Drive start to the quick throw left, complete. And he'll work this one up to the 28. Alex Anzalone there on the stop.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 28-yard line.
Just a yard on that catch, so 2nd and 9 coming up. Slot man motioned over. On 2nd down, Smith. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. Oh boy, that play action nearly backfired right there, Brock. Took a little bit too much time to set it up and some quick thinking at the end there to get that throw away as the hit arrived.
Yeah. You know, that's really well said because, you know, you could feel sometimes as a quarterback on drop back, you know the timing.
Yeah.
Play action, sometimes it gets a little hairy. That was pretty savvy of him to find an incompletion.
And he can't hang on as he gets hit trying to make that catch. Drop's going to force 4th down.
I'll say, Kate, that defense looked even better, sharper on 3rd down than they did on 2nd. They played that one so tight there was no window to throw.
Austin McNamara on now to punt. Deep to return this one is Cameron Johnson. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up past their own 30. The Buccaneers and Bucky Irving ready for their next possession. And he has run roughshod over them in this opening half. Pretty sure this is the exact kind of start that he was hoping to have here. So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. On the give, this is Irving. And they're going to bring him down, but not until he gets it down to their 32-yard line. Talk about an explosive start to this drive. 34 yards.
Best run games in this league at balance. Can run it inside, and as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. To throw, Mayfield. Right side, this is Ibuka. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Got 4 on the completion, so still 6 ahead of him on 2nd down. Mayfield will look to throw. He's got about 8 yards as he's taken to the ground. And that is good for a Buccaneer 1st down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now. And he's just going to heave this out through the end zone. Incomplete. 2nd down.
You know what that route is called, right, Kate? OTB. Over the ball. And those are the ones you've got to hit. You've got to be able to play offense from the inside out. Got to find a completion right there.
This is Irving on 2nd. Now even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Here's Baker to throw. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. All right, Brock, QB1, I got a question for you. Are you always expecting the rush to be dialed up like that, dialed up a notch when it's 3rd down?
Is water wet? Is the Pope Catholic? Does a one-legged duck swim in a circle? Yes, yes, and yes.
On 4th down, the Buccaneers trying to put 3 on the board with Chase McLaughlin. This is going to be a 38-yarder from the right hash. The kick by McLaughlin is good. And we're all tied up now in the 1st half.
So many of these players on the field, Kate, they just strive for consistency, but not the kickers. They strive for perfection, and so far, he's just that.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. On the return, here comes Kene Wangu. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Jets have their offense ready to go again. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. Jets getting ready for this 1st and 10. First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. Defense gets to him, shells him out. They know about 16 before they did so. And that's going to be good for a Jets 1st down.
You want to start a good debate sometime, Kate? Go in an NFL locker room and ask which position is the best athlete. The big guys, the left tackles will tell you it's them. The corners will tell you it's them. But I'll tell you what, these tight ends of today, the way they can run and break tackles and get in the open field, they truly are some of the best athletes on the team.
He dodged the tackle. And the stop is made downfield after a gain of about 18. And that's going to be 1st down Jets. Brock, you tell me about this all the time. A tight end's top responsibility changes by the down. And on that one, it was all about blocking, getting his guys some space to get vertical.
Really got to be some of the most versatile players on the team. I was spoiled in my life, in my football life, to watch really the Colts and their 12 personnel so good in the run game, just like that one.
1st and 10 from the 43. Play action. Here's Smith. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Hall running between the tackles. He's got room to roam. Brought down there after a gain of about 14 yards. And that gives New York the first.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
They'll come up on 1st and 10. Smith to the air now. They set up the screen here for Hall. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line.
I know coordinator and quarterback are going to be upset with that 1st down because you call a screen on 1st, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
First carry here for Braylon Allen. And that one doesn't get him much. Give him maybe a yard. It's 3rd down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
The Buccaneers go to the nickel, 3rd down. Looking to throw, Smith. Going all the way to the end zone here. This is going to be caught. The heave connects. Touchdown, Jets. Adonai Mitchell from 32 yards. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
On is Katie York for the PAT. Accuracy perfect there as it's center cut. And they've broken this tie. They've taken a 7-point lead.
16. Buccaneers 9.
Now is York to kick this one away. On the return, here's Gainwell. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Buccaneers and Bucky Irving ready for their next possession. They have been automatic scoring in this quarter, and yet another opportunity to do so here. Bucks to the line. 1st and 10. Irving on the inside give. And he gets him around 6 there. Brandon Stevens in on the tackle. Okay, so they sent the blitz, but it almost seemed to backfire there, Brock. They ran through it for a pretty nice game.
Yeah, because there's a little boomer bust, right? Is an offense, as a QB, if you see that and run away from the blitz, it can be effective like it was there.
Here's Mayfield on 2nd. And this one's not going to connect. Knocked away, and that failure to connect, Brock, means it's 3rd down.
Jeez, with each incompletion, each turnover, each sack, you can almost just feel this offense's frustration. Really imperative, this quarterback, stay positive. Just keep chopping away.
So So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Baker now. Got his man. This is McMillan. He's going to be hauled to the ground with a first down in tow, Brock. Give him 9 on that play.
A gain of 9 yards.
Clock is ticked down. We've reached our 2-minute warning. Stick around. More from MetLife Stadium on the other side. We've set it downs from 37. Now here's Mayfield. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
Ball stays at that 37. Here's 2nd and 10. Man in motion out of the slot. Throwing on second. Mayfield. That's who is running back. Kenneth Gainwell. Taken down, but not before he picks up 11 on the play. And that is good for a Tampa Bay first down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Now Mayfield. Catch made by Bucky Irving. And he's going to head out after a gain of 7.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Pass and catch got him 7. Let's see where they go now on 2nd and 3. Putting a receiver in motion. Working on 2nd down. Baker has him on the quick hitter. They get in there for the stop. Damage limited to 8 yards. And that will set up a Bucs first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Baker is set 1st and 10. Now 4-6 passing on what has been a very busy drive for him. Throwing it again here. I'll get this out quickly. It's McMillan. And he's going to be dropped quickly after making that catch. Being limited to a couple. Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
How's your block shedding out there, boys? Because they need to get through some blocks to hang that screen up quickly. And they were Johnny on the spot.
Couple of yards on the catch. Leaves them 2nd and 8. They put a receiver in motion right. On 2nd down, Mayfield. That's caught. It's Cade Otton. Gain of about 8 here. Nice pickup, but he stopped a second before he can move those chains.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage. The trusty tight end.
Here we go. 3rd and less than a yard. He'll get them enough for a first down. Tampa spends its 2nd timeout now. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
First down, Tampa Bay.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. To throw is Mayfield. That's McMillan with the catch out left. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
Pass and catch got him 7. Let's see where they go now on 2nd and 3. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they could try for some points going into the break. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. Ball on the left hash, 37 yards out. The kick by McLaughlin is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
That's tremendous execution right there. Really using every bit of time they had left in a methodical drive, paying off with points. And remember, they'll get the ball to start the second half as well.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends on half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. And it looks like we're going to have time for one more play here, Brock, because this one goes for a touchback.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
One last play before the break. One final shot before the half. Lobs this up, left sideline, looking for something big. And his final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half. So a one-possession game, Brock, after our first 2 quarters. Now let's throw it over to our pal Scott Hansen. He's got our halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks so much, Scott. While we checked in with Scott in Orlando, our 2 teams here, no doubt, made some adjustments. It's a close game here as we get ready for our 3rd quarter. Now it's York to kick this one away. Tucker now on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Buccaneers and Bucky Irving ready for their next possession. That passing game they went to in the first half, it's going to need to be firing to start this second half too as they chase this lead. Tampa Bay bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. They're going to start the half with a give to Irving. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Here's Mayfield. And he had it, but he lost it on that hit. So a nice early defensive play out of the locker room to break up that catch. It's now 3rd down. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock. And physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. If you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Throw here, 3rd down. Downfield, and he's got McMillan. There's the stop, but 22 yards given up before it. And that is good for a Buccaneer 1st down.
You just love that kind of execution because it's able to make an impact, Kate, beyond simply getting the 1st down. That yardage, that really sets them up now to be aggressive with a new set of downs.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down. Motioning one of the tight ends. Here's the give to Irving. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right, doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage, B, it sets up your play action, and C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. From the gun, a give to Gainwell. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after looks like a yard gain. That play wrapped up by Demario Davis.
The tackle made by Demario Davis. It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. To throw, Mayfield. Hauled in left side. Met there, and the contact takes him to the sideline. It's going to be about a 22-yard gain, and that is good for a Tampa Bay 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. They'll give it to Irving on the option. Escapes the defender. And they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal here from the 7.
Having been in enough locker rooms at halftime, Kate, I know what the messaging was in there. Start the game out by sending a message. Doesn't matter you're trailing, run right at them and go make a point.
Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Gets it on the draw. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal.
He was taken down.
So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL. But it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock him behind the sticks. Job well done there.
And this is going to get into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin finishing off a 9-play scoring drive with 6. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired. But that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
On is Chase McLaughlin for the point after. This one splits the uprights. It is good. And lead now up to a field goal.
Buccaneers 19, Jets 16.
McLaughlin has it on the team, and he's ready to send this flying. Here comes Williams on the return. Jukes away from one. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Jets and Brees Hall about set to go on offense. They find themselves trailing after the opening drive touchdown, and heck, it really set up to be an entertaining second half if they're able to answer here. New York to the line. 1st and 10. They'll start this drive with Hall. He's going to be taken down. A gain of about 14 on the play. And it's going to be a New York 1st down. Sure seems like running at a blitzing defense shouldn't work out too often, Brock, but right there it did nicely for him.
Yeah, football's kind of a funny game, Kate, because it could be super complex. Yeah. You get into a lot of language and a lot of detail, and then other times, like, just run away from the blitz. Just run away from it, and good things can happen.
Dodges another stop. He's going to be hit there, and they're going to take him out of bounds after a gain of 11, and that's going to be good for a Jets 1st down.
That's
Yak, yak, yak. That's what it's all about in this league as a running back. Can you get those hard yards after initial contact? This dude just got it done.
Football's on the 48. Here we go. First down. They go right back to Hall. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. As Christian Roseberry in on the tackle. You know, you've taught me, Brock, sometimes it works, and sometimes, like there, almost nothing from them as they just run it right into the teeth of that blitz.
Yeah, the thing, too, about that success is get ready to see more blitzes. D coordinators love to dial it up.
Design quarterback run here. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up third down. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Here's Smith. And they will take him down. They got him back to the 41. Yaya Diaby. And now it is 4th and 17.
That is some serious defensive urgency that really does, Kate, match the situation we're in. This is a one-score game. Even though they have gotten after this quarterback all game long, they know they can't let up now.
And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. The Buccaneers, then receiver Chris Godwin getting set for another go. And all that's needed here, Brock, is some repeat execution from that last series. Of course, I'd expect the defense has made some adjustments after giving up that touchdown.
And that is the beauty of this game we love so much. Those back and forth adjustments on the sidelines. And can this offense do what it did a drive ago? And that is stay one play ahead of their defensive foes.
Bucks to the line. 1st and 10. They've got a man in motion. They give to Irving to start this drive. And he's brought down as the drive starts out with a 4-yard gain.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You can stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. They send the tight end in motion. 2nd down, here's Baker. Dumps it off to his running back. So out of play he goes after he gets ahead for about 9. And that will set up a Bucs first down.
It just felt like a composure play. Quarterback was calm. Receiver did his job securing the ball. And because of it, those chains are moving.
Baker is set 1st and 10. And he's now 4 for 5 passing since coming out of halftime. Irvin here from the gun. Down he goes after a pickup of about 12 yards. And that is good for a Buccaneer first down.
Well, they sold it like it was a pass. And by they, I mean everybody involved at the line of scrimmage. Great job by that O-line, the quarterback, everyone making it look like a pass. And then a huge burst for a chunk run.
Now put one of the tight ends in motion. First down, and they go right back to him. Had some room to work, and he took advantage. Give him 7.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Second and 3 now. Right back to Irving now. And this hasn't been a common sign out of him tonight, but the defense wins this rep. He's limited to no gain on the carry. We've got a stoppage here. There's a player out there in some pretty obvious discomfort being worked on. All hopes, of course, that it's nothing serious, especially here in the preseason. Jetson in the nickel, 3rd down. Ooh, worked. Somebody jumped. I think this is going to give them the first.
Encroachment defense.
Well, it's not a long walk to the new spot, but it is a disappointing one to make. Instead of third down, they're now defending first and 10. A fresh set of downs after that penalty. Here's first and 10. Running it after the penalty. And he's able to get it past midfield and down into the Jets side. Only 2 yards, and it brings up second and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Throwing, Baker. And that one looked like an interception for a second. Instead, it's incomplete. Defender couldn't hang on to it. Third down coming up. Oh, another target there for one of the busiest members of this offense. But this one nearly ended in disaster.
Kind of become a victim of his own success, right? They're keying on him extensively now, knowing that ball could be headed his way, and that time it should have been a takeaway.
Third and long. They're going to throw. And he loses it on the hit. That was a good play to break up that catch, and that forces them to fourth down. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
So this one goes out of bounds inside the 20, but not by much. They're giving him the 18-yard line. The Jets and Breece Hall about set to go on offense. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. The New York offense ready to get going here. It's first and 10. A play fake. Now Smith to throw. And the first play of the series is going to be an incomplete pass intended for his running back there. And that brings up second down.
That's just simply one of those situations, Kate, where I think you and I got to tip our cap to the defense. Really took away everybody. There was no outlet, and only an incompletion could be had.
After the incomplete pass, here comes second and 10. Smith to the air now. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Smith back to throw. Caught by Mitchell, middle of the field. And the defender finally gets there, but not before a big gain. 18 yards on that play. And it's going to be first down Jets.
We call third downs money downs for a reason, Kate, because it takes everybody offensively to cash in. Excellent protection, set the table for the QB to get the completion and the yards necessary.
They've got first down here from the 36. Hall takes it straight ahead. And a good gain here. 11 yards, it looks like. That's going to pick up a first.
Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
10 at the 47-yard line.
Here's first and 10 from the 47. Putting the tight end in motion. Smith setting the throw. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. There he goes, right sideline. And he takes this one back. It's a pick six and a Tampa Bay touchdown. Well, Well, we all know getting the interception is the important thing, Brock, but how about this guy having the wherewithal to transition into a really nice return to then get the touchdown out of it, too?
Yeah, that's a great point. We talk about it with receivers, right? Getting vertical right away after making a catch. Same thing for these defenders when they make a pick. They secure the football, sure, but instantly they go back to their offensive days. They want that touchdown, and they want a moment they won't forget.
McLaughlin attack on the extra point. Sent right down the middle and good. And that makes this a 10-point game.
Buccaneers 26, Jets 16.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. Here comes Williams on the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Jets offense now set to take over. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. Jets getting ready for this 1st and 10. Now Smith coming off that pick. Connects with his back. Hall. And give him about 4. Nothing beyond the catch. And hit got there quickly.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Throwing on second. Smith. Hall's got it again. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Okay, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Got the completion on the last play, but not the result they wanted, Brock. They've got to convert now on 3rd down. Now Smith. A lot of contact. Can't keep control of it. Ball jostled out. It's going to be incomplete, and it's going to be 4th down.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Here comes the punting unit for the Jets. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. The Buccaneers and Bucky Irving ready for their next possession. And those legs must be tired, but he ain't stopping, Brock. Not with the type of game that he's been having for himself on the ground. Tampa Bay bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Irving. And he'll manage 3 there to begin this one. 2nd and 7 coming up.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down. After that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 29-yard line.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Here's Baker. Connects with Ibuka over the middle. Good play call there. 15 yards for their efforts, and they got the first down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. Handoff headed right. Irving. They're working a couple of yards past the line. David Onyemata there for the stop.
Brought him down. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 46-yard line.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. And this one's going to be forced out by the hits. Incomplete. They've been going as well all game, Brock. Defense is paying attention. Someone there to bring up 3rd down. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
It's complete. This is Nguka. He's going to be out of bounds there. Defenders make this stop after a gain of about 17. And that is good for a Tampa Bay first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Tight end in motion right. On first down, they're going to run with Irving. We hurries forward here for a 9-yard gain. 2nd down coming up.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Inside the final minute of our 3rd quarter. Running with Irving again on 2nd. And he's got him the first down. That 3-yard gain was enough on that previous play.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a first down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line.
Complete to Chris Godwin. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Jets' 23-yard line.
And time runs out before we can get another snap here in this 3rd quarter. It's Buccaneers football with a slight lead. Just got to hang on for one final quarter. Back now for our final quarter. Man, they're staring down a 2nd and 8. They kick the running back in motion. Now Mayfield on 2nd down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets this forward to the 19.
This defense didn't give up contain there, Kate. That was an instance where the more exciting plays were taken away downfield. And even looking to the tight end wasn't going to net them much.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Here's Baker to throw. That one's good to Godwin. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal.
Always a fun race up here in the booth between quarterback and receiver to watch. Who sees it first, that opening? If a receiver wins it, that hand's going up in the air, he wants it. Quarterback wins it, passes out before he's even looking for it. And when they both recognize it, you get that. You get a 1st down.
1st and goal now as they try to pad this lead. Now a shotgun handoff to Gainwell. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Touchdown,
Kenneth
Tampa Bay.
Gainwell, capping an 11-play march to pay dirt. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire
Chase
group
McLaughlin
offensively.
lining up for the point
McLaughlin,
after.
attack on the extra point. Accuracy perfect there as it's center cut. And that makes this a three-possession game.
Jets 16.
McLaughlin has it on the tape, and he's ready to send this flying. Wangu now to return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Now here comes the New York offense. And they take the field feeling pretty beaten down with how this one's gone. Even if they're keeping their heads high, Brock, not a whole lot they've been able to do so far.
Yeah, in these moments, I think of golfers, right, in a tournament. They don't want to look at the scoreboard. They don't want to see how much they're down. They just want to take it shot by shot by shot. It's exactly what this offense has got to do.
New York to the line. 1st and 10. Smith. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. Tries to lob that one up, and it's intercepted. And the Buccaneers will take the interception back across midfield before they finally track him down.
I'll hear a lot of defensive coordinators say you've got to earn the right to rush the passer by doing work on the early downs. You know what this is, Kate? They've earned the right to be aggressive defensively with the work they did through 3 quarters, and this defense is cutting it loose.
The Buccaneers and Baker Mayfield ready for this next possession. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. Football's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down. Shotgun handoff to Irving. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
2nd and 9 at the 46-yard line.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Now Mayfield. Looking slant route, complete. Get in there for the stop, but give him about 9 on the play. And that will set up a Bucs 1st down.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
All right, 1st and 10, going heavy to the right side here. 3 tight ends. Off the play fake. Here's Mayfield. He's going to get a hand in there and knock that one away. So 2nd down now after the incompletion.
A small little jab there, finally landed by the defense. Able to break up one of these passes, but let's be real. We know who's been landing the heavy punches all game long. Looks like they're going to keep being aggressive too, Kate. I love that. Stay on the gas.
Working on 2nd down. Baker. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Had a man in the area, Brock, but correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think he was trying to hit him there. It looked like he was just getting rid of that football.
I'm not going to correct you. You're right. And that's really a compliment to this defense. You saw the guy He had his man, but the coverage, well, was too good, and he didn't trust that throw.
That's caught for the first. He's going to take this down to the 11-yard line. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. On the give, this is Irving. And a nice little run there, gets him 5. 2nd down upcoming.
You towed the rock 25 times in a game. I'll tell you, you gain the respect of everybody. Certainly of us up here in the booth, your teammates, yeah, and even your enemy.
5 still to go here. This is 2nd down. Once again, Irving. And that 2nd down run is only going to manage a yard.
Tackle made at the 5-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Good moving drive, but it could stall out here. We've got 3rd and 4. Baker now. Pressure gets there. The defense gets home. He's dropped at the 14. And they win that rep to force a 4th and 12.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise, you deliver, and that's exactly what they did, wasting no time in getting that sack.
The kick by McLaughlin is good, and that extends the lead to 20.
Yet another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Here comes Williams on the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Jets back on offense, led out by Geno Smith. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Running back sent in motion. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. There goes that man again, but a defender on time this time. Hit forces the football out. Incomplete with that 2nd down.
I would characterize this one as a clunker. I mean, just in every way, and especially here in the 2nd half. This defense has just dominated this poor offense.
From the 24 once again, it's 2nd and 10. Here's Smith. Over the middle, he's got Sadiq. Brought down there after a gain of about 14 yards. And that gives New York the first.
14 yards.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Smith in the pistol. He'll step up, and there he goes. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
The positive of that effort, he didn't go backwards. Didn't have a negative play. If there was a negative, you didn't get a whole lot done with your legs. Got to be more efficient now on 2nd down.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, Smith. He puts some air under it, deep down the left. He's got it inside the 25. He does it. Touchdown, New York.
Touchdown, Jets.
I think he'll take his highlights however he can get him on a handoff, pin out the pass. It really doesn't matter. The important thing is he gets the ball, he gets the touch, and then he can do his damage big time.
York
Cade
now
York
for the extra
for
point.
the extra point.
This one splits the uprights. It is good. And the lead is cut to 13.
Buccaneers 36, Jets 23.
On now is York to kick this one away. Tucker now on the return. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Buccaneers and Bucky Irving ready for their next possession. And they're already up by 2 scores, Brock, but another one here would really put this one out of reach. Look at this, 3 tight ends to the right on his 1st and 10. One of the tight ends in motion left. Drive begins with a run by Irving. That's a nice running there on that 7-yard gain. Make it 2nd down.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
35-yard line.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Here's the give to Irving. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Throwing, Baker. He's making a bid for it. And a big chunk picked up on that play. Over 20, and he gets him the 1st.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
First down from the 42. Irving on the inside give. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Okay, the 2-yard run on 1st down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule. You're going to have to pick up the pace.
At the 40-yard line.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Mayfield thrown out of the pistol. Right side, hauled in by Godwin. And he's going to be out of bounds, so after picking up 3, it's going to be 3rd down.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Third and short, Mayfield. And that's incomplete, so the defense forces 4th down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or 2, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
On fourth down, the Buccaneers trying to put 3 on the board with Chase McLaughlin. It'll be a 54-yarder from the right hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll give him a 16-point advantage.
Well, it's hard to call that the official moment that sealed this win, but up 16 here in the fourth, it's going to take a heck of a sequence of events to see this game tied back up.
Chase
McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Wangu now to return. And this drive will start inside the 25. New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air. So expect some tighter coverage this time around. The New York offense ready to get going here. It's 1st and 10. They'll start this drive with Hall. He dodged the tackle. And he'll take this ahead for 7. We've got 2nd and 3 now.
Well, that run may not have moved the chains, Kate. That is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Throwing is Smith. Met at the catch point, and it's incomplete. A couple of defenders nearby. One of them makes the hit to break up that catch. 3rd down upcoming.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. Thinking interception to be had, and incompletion still pretty good for the defense.
Smith on 3rd and short. Coverage holds up, and he just had to get rid of it.
There was almost no resistance offered against the rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
Down big, they're going to exhaust all options, it appears. The offense lining up to go for this. They'll run for it with Hall. Escapes the defender. And backs against the wall there. They find a way to convert on 4th down.
Winning, losing, tied, driving for the win. If you're running it on 4th down in the 4th quarter, Kate, you had better be sure you can make that marker.
First and 10 from the 43. Smith to the air now. Checks it down to Hall. To the sideline, and out he goes to end what was a fantastic gain. About 27 yards there. And it's going to be a New York first down.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning-quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
So a great hand up to Allen. And look at this, 9 yards on a nice first down run.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
First down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. On the counter, Hall. And he'll have him 4 and the first down as he's brought to a stop.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a design run. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. Now it looks like somebody is shaken up after that play. You never like seeing injuries, especially in the preseason. We'll get the training staff out to work on him. A momentary speed bump there on what has otherwise been a great drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Smith back to throw. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
They bring Wilson in motion right. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. Looking for an open man. Pressure closing in. They're going to get him back at the 20. It's Kancey again. And that's really one of the only things this offense couldn't afford to see happen, Brock. It's 4th and long. They're going to go for it here, trailing in the 4th. Desperation time here on 4th. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
Here come the Bucs on offense now. They're up by 2 scores, Brock, but we've got some time left, so they still need to mount a drive here. All right, 1st and 10, going heavy to the right side here, 3 tight ends. The give to Irving to start this drive. And he hits him for a gain of 6. He's up to the 26.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. But that's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
1st down run gets him 6. So now it is 2nd and 4. Here's Baker. Short pass brought in. There's the stop. Looks to be about 7 yards on that play. And that is good for a Buccaneer 1st down.
A gain of 7.
The Jets take their first time out.
Tampa Bay.
May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. First and 10 from the 32. Gainwell trying the right side. Chose to take this one up the middle instead, and it was a good decision. Gets him 7. Timeout taken by New York. That's it, 2nd. And with another one gone, they're going to have just 1 remaining this game.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. They stick with Gainwell. Jukes away from one. And they're going to get to him, bring him down after allowing about 13 on the play. And that is good for a Tampa Bay 1st down. Now we get a pause, Brock, as the defense uses its final timeout, so the clock only going to stop again at our 2-minute warning. Football's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. So the offense trying to flex a little creativity on that 1st down, and the defense, well, they flex right back. No gain. 2nd down coming up.
That's what an offensive player never wants to see, a defender just waiting for him on the edge. At that point, the play's dead. and good effort on his part to at least get back to the line of scrimmage.
And understandably, they're happy to just let this clock run down to our 2-minute warning. Buccaneers leading by 16. Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. And he can't escape, Brock. They lose yards, but defensively, no timeouts left to stop the clock and take advantage.
It's a loss of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
Defense stopping that last catch behind the line, so here's 3rd and 11. From the gun, a give to Gainwell. And he's going to be stopped well shy of that 1st down marker. Call it a yard. That means 4th down coming up.
Swept on the stop. A gain of a yard. It's now 4th down.
Tampa Bay in punt formation now. Riley Dixon, the one to kick it away. And this one sails out, no return on the punt. The Jets out to begin another drive. They liked how that drive was going, but the ending, the turnover on downs, yeah, that's something they'll try to rewrite on this series. All right, going empty as they come to the line. It's 1st and 10. Smith setting the throw. Trying to push deep downfield. And he's going to want another chance of that one. Catchable ball indeed. Just couldn't come up with it. 2nd down.
I get it. The odds will tell you this game is likely over already, but if there's any chance left for them at all, it's going to require a score and score in a hurry.
With half a minute left, here comes 2nd and 10. Now Smith. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up 3rd down.
Fair to say he's just been all over the place in this one today. Some accuracy issues early. They gave him plenty of looks trying to get him into rhythm, but they just never could, and the incompletions continue to pile up.
Wouldn't be a comfortable spot to punt it. Can they avoid that by converting here on 3rd? To throw. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. He's got it deep downfield. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. A big play with their backs against the end zone. 31 yards.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So it's a win for the visiting Buccaneers. And they're off to a good start in the preseason, Brock. Seen a lot of players fighting together for the victory. That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott. The Buccaneers win.